Meanwhile, President Aquino has ordered concerned government agencies to ensure stable food supply in Zamboanga City and neighboring areas. DILG Secretary Marro has said the President directed the Departments of Agriculture and Transportation to ensure the shipment of food supplies to Zamboanga starting tomorrow or Saturday, the latest. The President issued the order as the seaport and airport in the city have been closed since Monday due to the armed conflict. Meanwhile, Nur Miswari has reportedly disowned the MNLF attack led by Javier Malik. And now we have Jorge Bandola for the update in Zamboanga City. George?
Zamboanga City Mayor Ben Climaco said Nur Miswari disowns the latest attack perpetrated by his own man Javier Malik. But Miswari allegedly told the mayor that he respects his man's wisdom and whatever they do to assert their right as moral leaders. The AFP, though, does not believe Miswari didn't have a hand in the Zamboanga siege. Day 4 of the siege, the 180 MNLF rebels led by Malik continued to hostage some 170 in 6 barangay here in Zamboanga City. Mayor Climaco, who heads the crisis committee, appeals to Malik's group to free all the hostages and get back to the negotiating table. In other developments, Climaco asked the Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas to direct private banks and remittance centers in the city to open up for business so that her residents can withdraw some badly needed cash. She also asked the DILG and the DTI to help the local traders replenish their supplies for the consumers. Meantime, DILG Secretary Marrojas and DSWD Secretary Dinky Suliman assured the evacuees that the government has enough supplies. Both Rojas and Suliman, along with the mayor, visited the Zamboanga Stadium where the 10,000 evacuees are shipped.
Last night, I was able to talk to Chairman Nur Miswari, hoping that it would pave the way for a peaceful end of this crisis. What is of interest is that Chairman Miswari disowned the actions of Javier Malik, the leader of the hostage takers, with whom I communicated separately. I expressed my openness to continue communication with Miswari as well as Malik to find a peaceful resolution of this conflict. I urge the hostage takers, please let go of all the hostages. Specifically, if you can, the elderly, the sick, the women, the children, and people with disabilities. If possible, all hostages. Our heart goes out to the families of those who were killed and wounded in this spate of events. Vaya con Dios a todos.
It's the belief of the Armed Forces of the Philippines that Nur Miswari is the one behind these attacks. We have intelligence information. We have other information, not just from our intelligence net, and that Commander Malik did not act freely on his own. That this action that they did is deliberate.
Sapat ho ang pagkain, sapat ang mga doktor, ang mga gamot, at portalet, banig, kumot, pati tents ay mapaparating doon. No? So sa ating mga kababayan, magsilikas po tayo. Ayaw ho natin na madamay po sa gulo na ito.
Those were the words from Mayor Ben Climaco. Those were the words from Mayor Ben Climaco, Lieutenant Colonel Ramon Zagala, and DILG Secretary Marrojas. Meantime, the fire that burned down at least more than 100 homes here in Barangay Santa Catalina, Zamboanga City, is yet to stop. It continues to ravage homes and schools here in Zamboanga City, Pianga, as firefighters were unable to penetrate the conflict-stricken barangay due to the presence of MNLF rebels. AFP says the fire was initiated by the MNLF rebels to serve as their smoke screen while trying to escape the authorities, bringing with them several hostages. Contrary to what MNLF leader Javier Malik said yesterday, that the fire was a result of mortars fired by the authorities supposedly against them. Last night, a temporary ceasefire was agreed between Crisis Committee head Mayor Ben Climaco and Javier Malik in a short telephone conversation. Most of the evacuees are sheltered here in Zamboanga Stadium. Actually, they were numbering now to 13,000, now in 13 different evacuation centers. While a sizable number of evacuees decided to build their makeshift homes along the coastal area near the Sangguniang Panglungsod building, some of the evacuees were so scared when MNLF rebels forcefully took their community with arms and truly frightened when the war erupted. Now it's fourth day, ladies and gentlemen, the numbers are rising as well. 6 out of 93 barangays are inhabited by the MNLF rebels. From the first day's 5 only. 170 hostages are taken by at least 180 MNLF rebels. On the part of the PNP, 2 were killed in action and 15 are wounded. On the part of the soldiers, 3 were killed, 3 are wounded. On the MNLF side, 15 MNLF members are said to be neutralized. 1 was killed, 1 is said to be wounded. And on the civilians, 2 were killed, 15 are wounded. Good thing though, Mayor Beng Climaco said the 36 billion peso canning industry in Zamboanga was not affected by the siege. Most of the canning factories are located in the District 1 of the city and are far away from the 6 barangays in conflict. The coastal areas where the canning factories are located are now being guarded against intrusions by the rebel forces. In Lamitan, Balitaan, a firefight between the Police Regional Mobile Group and group of BIFF and MNLF rebels, killing 1 policeman and several others injured. Authorities believe that the incident is an effort to avert the situation here in Zamboanga City. With Eddie Arellano Zion here in Zamboanga City for People's Television, Jorge Bandola.